Welcome to Top 10 Counting.
Subscribe and click on bell icon.
Today we show you
10 abnormally large animals that are actually real. There are scores of animal species in our planet, and yet a lot of us are inexplicably surprised when we come across an animal that we've never seen or heard about before. But since there are over 1 million kinds of animals, non-insect, existing on Earth, how do we expect to know them all? Every year, scientists keep on discovering new and even more obscure species of animals, and they concede that modern science hasn't catalogued all the existing animals, which leaves a lot of room for many bizarre and unique discoveries that are yet to be made.
Number 10.
The Goliath bird-eater. This is a bit creepy because when we usually think of spiders, what usually comes to mind are tiny, diminutive, 8-legged creatures with beady eyes which produce spectacular webs. And generally, spiders consume flies and then are eaten by lizards and birds.
Number 9.
The world's largest rabbit and Darius. If seen from a distance, you would probably be excused if you took this creature for a dog, though a very fat one, and with a little unusual coloring. And on coming a little closer, you will then see his ears and become really baffled, because this canine-sized fella who weighs an astonishing 50 pounds, and is 4 feet 4 inches tall, is none other than a bunny. Don't get too surprised until you meet Jeff, his son, who although is not fully grown, is already 3 feet 8 inches tall. The father-son duo are members of a giant rabbit species known as the continental rabbits, whose members usually reach a height of roughly 4 feet.
Number 8.
The world's largest cat and LUDO. The Maine Coons are a relatively giant breed of domestic cats, having characteristic furry tails. They usually come in at 40 inches when measured from nose to tail. LUDO, at 17 months, already measured a remarkable 45 inches and weighed 24.5 pounds. The Maine Coons are known for being gentle, and LUDO is no exception, just considerably bigger than your average cat. Also, despite his size, he actually eats less than other smaller felines, and though these temperate giants are very friendly, their size often constitutes a deterrent to many, because you must be very brave to want to pet a giant-sized cat. Let us face it, as cute and fluffy as he looks, having a cat's temperament means he could turn on you at any time.
Number 7.
The world's tallest horse and Big Jake. Though horses are usually big and most are taller than the average human, Big Jake is sure to take the cake. This gorgeous stallion measures an official 6 feet, 10 3/4 inches tall and weighs an astonishing 2,600 pounds. Even at birth he was a big fellow. He weighed approximately 240 pounds, almost 50 pounds above the average weight of his breed. Notwithstanding his huge dimensions, he is unexpectedly good with people and has a lot of fans. He is owned by Jerry Gilbert and resides in Poinette, Wisconsin at Smoky Hollow Farm, where he is a hitch horse.
Number 6.
Hercules, the world's biggest liger. Think of cats and what comes to mind are the cute, fluffy, and domestic furballs, as well as the other jungle wild cats such as tigers and lions, etc. The biggest of them all was previously the Siberian tiger. However, there is still another wild cat who surpasses this ferocious and magnificent predator, and the liger. Yes, that's right, and a liger. It is the progeny of a union between a female tiger and a male lion, as opposed to the progeny of a male tiger and a female lion is called a tigon.
Number 5.
The world's tallest cow and BLOSOM. BLOSOM was officially recognized in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's tallest cow just before she passed on. A Holstein cow weighs an average of 1,500 pounds, but BLOSOM came in at over 2,000 pounds and measured an amazing 6 feet 4 inches. She was indeed the biggest of them all. When it was found out that BLOSOM couldn't give birth to calves, her owner, Patty Meads Hansen, opted to keep her on as a pet instead of sending her to be slaughtered. She later became the farm's official breeder and quickly became famous for her unique size.
Number 4.
the record-breaking stingray. Although it was a stingray, notorious for their venomous sting, that killed Steve Irwin, a famous wildlife TV personality, in a tragic incident. Another wildlife TV personality and conservationist, Jeff Corwin, has the special distinction of catching what is alleged to be the biggest stingray of them all. It is also considered as the largest freshwater fish ever caught in the wild, caught in Thailand, at the Mekong River, and weighing at over 800 pounds and measuring 14 by 8 feet. This aquatic colossus took Corwin's team over 2 slow and painstaking hours to rerun.
Number 3.
The world's longest snake and Medusa. The Guinness World Records title for the world's largest snake has been conferred to Madame Medusa, a python living in Kansas City, Missouri. When Medusa was measured in 2011, she had an astonishing length of 25 feet 2 inches, taking 10 men to hold her up so that she could be measured. Her typical fortnightly dinner is a 40-pound deer. In 2016, there were reports of an even lengthier snake captured in Malaysia, which measured over 26 feet and weighed over 550 pounds. Unfortunately, the snake died within 3 hours of its capture, leaving Medusa as the reigning queen.
Number 2.
The world's largest crocodile and LOLONG. So crocs are typically biggish, right? But LOLONG is in a class all on its own. The immense-sized croc was caught in September 2011 in the Bun Creek located in the Philippine province of Aguzin del Sur. The daunting task was carried out by a joint team comprising of local residents, units from the local government, and crocodile hunters from the Palawan Wildlife Reservation Center. The crocodile was hunted over a 3-week period before he was eventually caught. It took nearly 100 people just to drag him to land, and judging from his violent protestations, he certainly didn't want to be captured. Weighing an astonishing 2,370 pounds, and recorded at 20 feet 3 inches long, this monstrosity of a croc, thought to be at least 50 years old, was alleged to be a man-eater.
Number 1.
The world's tallest dog. ZEUS. ZEUS, whose owners described as a very gentle giant, clinched the record for the world's tallest dog in 2013's version of the Guinness Book of World Records. When standing on his hind legs, ZEUS measured a whopping 7 feet, 4 inches. Apparently his owners Denise and Kevin Dorlag, residents of Otsego, Michigan, received a lot of inquiries about whether or not their pet was actually a horse. Unfortunately, the gentle giant died just 3 days before his 6th birthday. He was actually a qualified therapy dog, and in order to draw smiles from people, he usually sat on their laps. Weighing at a hefty 155 pounds, the smiles could easily have turned into grimaces.
Thanks for watching.
Like us, comment, share and subscribe us.